Welcome to WMCM's Profile. I'm Emily Peck.
I am Alex Stoffregen.
Today we'll be interviewing 3 students about their student organizations on campus.
The organizations include the Ballroom Dance Team, Delta Sigma Phi, and Lions Club.
Stay tuned. WMCM's Profile is next. All right. Hi, Katie. I hear you're in the Ballroom Dance Club.
I am the Ballroom Dance team, specifically. So we're a team made up of all sorts of fun and exciting people. The team hasn't been around very long. We were founded in October, just over a year ago. So we're going into our second year. We're the only team on campus that you don't have to audition for. You don't have to have any dance experience for. If you want to learn, we want to teach you. It's no pressure. If you're clumsy, if you're klutzy, no big deal.
Okay, and do you have any experience ballroom dancing previous to joining the club?
I didn't have any ballroom dance experience. I did the little kid ballet and all that, so my mom could see me in a tutu, and I did gymnastics for a while, but I had never ballroom danced. So I was on the same page as everybody when I first joined my sophomore year, and was all like, all right, I don't know the difference between a foxtrot and a cha-cha, so teach me.
So do you do mostly competitions, or do you just dance for fun? Are there performances?
We do a whole bunch of really different things. We are a competitive team. We don't force our members, though, to compete. It's totally optional. We do a lot of social dances as well. Concordia Ballroom here in La Crosse we go to sometimes, as well as dances out in Rochester, which is just for fun. We get to interact with other people in the ballroom community, people that we either compete against or that we look to for funding for the team as well. And we actually have a really fun event coming up. Thursday night is our UWL Dancing with the Stars event. Tickets are $5. It starts at 6:30 in Valhalla on Thursday. So that we have five professors, including people such as Bart Van Voorhuizen, people from Psych Department, the Ed Department, even our own Comm Department, who are going to be coming in and have been working with me as well as other members of the team. And it's going to be run just like Dancing with the Stars on TV. So that's really exciting because it kind of coordinates with the start of the new season. So $5 included in that, you get 2 tickets to vote for your favorite couple at the end of the night, as well as a voucher for a free lesson with the team. And then 2 weeks later, we have our second finale sort of competition when we'll have some more sort of local performances and spotlights, as well as the second round of judging.
Oh, good luck with that. Do you know your partner already?
I do. I've been working with Bart for the last 2 weeks. He's from the Psych Department. I've had a blast working with him. Usually, you don't really get to pick, as we kind of decided based on height and being, someone pretty short. I had to go with one of the shorter guys, but we'll be dancing a rumba to She Will Be Loved by Maroon 5, so I want to do something kind of, relevant, some, fun music that everybody would recognize, and we're going to make it really dramatic and, all sorts of fun stuff with our routine.
That sounds like it's going to be hilarious. So I bet there are a lot of ladies on your team looking for male partners.
There are. The bane of ballroom dancing is always trying to find more guys, because we usually have anywhere from 3 to 5 ladies for every male that we have. So men, if you're looking for a good way to get in with the ladies, meet someone new, come on down. It's a great excuse to get up close and personal and talk to, someone that you normally wouldn't. And it's a lot of fun, because you don't have to be good, you don't have to have danced before, it's all about just learning something new.
All right, do you have professors teach dance, or do you just have students teach each other?
So we're actually implementing a new teaching strategy coming this fall when me and Bethany Shore take over as co-captains. We're going to have all the upper level students are going to be teaching the newcomers, and then we work with a guy out of Rochester from the Fred Astaire studio who's going to then be teaching all of us second and third year students. So it's really nice to kind of then, we get to learn as well as we teach. So questions that we wouldn't have thought of, like, oh, do you turn your foot this way or that way? Then we have to stop and think about as well. And so we're learning at the same time we're also teaching them.
Wow, that sounds really fun. I'm actually thinking about joining.
Good news. Great.
Do you all wear the same costumes, or do you?
We do not. It's always really interesting because people just, they see the sparkles and they see the glam, but a lot of times in the competitions we go to, you can't wear something super sparkly just because of the restrictions on the fact that we're college dancers as opposed to the professional dancers. We have special type shoes as well that have the soft sole that can bend and everything, but for the Dancing with the Stars competition, we get to go all out, high heels, sparkly dresses, crazy makeup, and it's going to be a total blast. Something different from our normal competitions, which is exciting, but also kind of sad because I love our normal competitions.
Have you made a lot of friends in the ballroom club?
For sure. It's really interesting because it's not just like our own team that I've made friends with. It's people in, just the community. It's a really different feel from other dance groups. It's when you go to competitions, it's not about, beating other people and taking first place. It's like, it's going up to people after you see them dance and saying, oh, that was so cool. I love that step you did in your foxtrot. Can you show it to me really quick? And it's really fun because at our social dances, you can dance with anyone. You can walk up, male or female, and say, can I have this dance, whether you're as good as them or not, whether you know them or not. So it's always really fun to have the opportunity to dance with someone who's a couple levels above you to really get the feel of what you could become and what it could be like, if you keep on sticking with it and keep learning.
Do you feel like you've improved a lot?
Oh, for sure. I'm actually really proud of me and my partner, Fabi. We took 6th place in hustle at our last competition, which is kind of a fun swing feel. And then we took 2nd place in salsa. We only got beat out by a gold level professional couple, which there's different levels. So we were really happy that if we were going to lose to somebody, we were going to lose to professionals. So we were really pumped to do so well at that competition. And we've got another one coming up. Not this weekend, but next, down in Cedar Rapids. It's called the Iowa Dance Sport Competition. So we are taking 6 couples down to that one, which is a little bit smaller than what our usual team is for competing. But we're really excited for that because we're also going to be competing with our teacher, Eric, so that he can try and win some scholarship money so we get to dance amateur professional level. So that gives us a whole new category and a whole bunch more dances that we get to try out and get feedback from the judges from.
All right, and I'd just like to ask what your favorite part of ballroom dancing team is.
Ooh, that's a good question. My favorite part is just, being able to interact with so many different people, and you never really know what your partner is going to go ahead and pull out on you. So it was really tough for me because, I had to be a follower, and from, being a kid, you're always taught oh, be a leader, be a leader. And now I have to go backwards in heels and do what my partner tells me. So that was a lesson that was really hard for me to learn. But it's always really exciting for me to be able to dance with somebody levels above me and to see how well they do it and to see, that if I keep working at it, maybe I could be this good one day because you never stop learning. And it's so fun to, try new moves and learn different things because then when you hook them all together and you're on the floor and, you're getting all this attention, it's just so much fun.
All right, well, that sounds like so much fun. I would love to join personally. I know that's a great way to exercise, great way to meet new people, but that's all the time we have with you. We're going to be back in a few moments. Stay tuned.
Saturday, April 5th, Cooley Pro Wrestling and Delta Sigma Phi return to the UWL Cartwright Center for Blood, Sweat, and Cash. Check out the main event as Freedom Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion CJ O'Doyle defends his title against former WWE, ECW, TNA superstar Stevie Richards. Plus, those six-man tag team action as Livewire teams up with Gregory Iron and former WWE, TNA superstar Zach Gowen to face the team of Chief Atakula Kula and Revelation. Student tickets are $5 and general admission is $10. Doors open at 6:30, bell time at 7. Special meet and greet with the superstars is at 5:30 for just an extra $5. It's Cooley Pro Wrestling and Delta Sigma Phi presenting Blood, Sweat, and Cash.
Welcome back to Profile. This is Alex Stoffregen. I'm here with Alex Riley. And
two Alexes.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know.
It's a great show. I love it.
I think that we're going to go some places with this interview. I'm really excited to talk about Blood, Sweat, and Cash. It is
that makes two of us.
Yeah, it's like this wrestling event, correct? Put on by Delta Sigma Phi, the fraternity. You want to tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, definitely. First, talking about Delta Sigma Phi, we're one of 5 social fraternities here on the campus. This is an event that we did last year. The event was called Crushing Cerebral Palsy, and we did that because one of the fraternity men in our chapter, he had a brother with cerebral palsy. So we did that to kind of fight against cerebral palsy in a matter of speaking. We did it this year for our national philanthropy, which is the American Red Cross. Blood, Sweat, and Cash is actually the name of our national campaign, actually, for the fraternity. Basically, the concept is that we want to be donating more blood to the American Red Cross. We want to be sweating by getting all those service hours in, and then, cash, of course, funding the American Red Cross, getting the good cause out there. And this wrestling event, as we mentioned, figured it was something unique to bring to the campus. We figured we could have done a walk, we could have done a blood drive or something like that, but we figured, we're going to take it a step more, 2 steps more, and we're going to do this one.
Yeah, that's really great. I haven't been to any kind of wrestling event like that, so I'd be interested to see, especially on campus. It's cool that you guys are doing that. It's going to be in Valhalla? Correct?
Yeah, it's going to be in Valhalla. And one thing to remember, too, about any wrestling event is that you don't necessarily have to be a wrestling fan to be a part of it. I mean, I've been in the pro wrestling business for 6 years. I actually just celebrated my 6-year anniversary this past Friday, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
And one thing that I always see is that I'll talk to fans, and they said, "Oh, this is my first time going to this show. I'm really glad that I got kicked out of the house because it was a great time. I had a lot of fun." Because that's the thing that a lot of people seem to forget, is that you don't have to be a fan to enjoy a wrestling show. You just have to be a person that enjoys a good time, because that's what a wrestling show is going to bring you.
Okay, cool. And I mean, you said that you have been involved with wrestling for a while, but for the people who are fans, what other well-known wrestlers will be there?
Well, we actually have 2 big names coming into there, 3 if you count the local talent as well. Well, first off, coming back for the second time to lacrosse is Gregory Iron. He's a wrestler with cerebral palsy that we had on the Crushing Cerebral Palsy show. He's coming back. He's excited to come back. I'm excited to see him. He's a great guy, great talent. We also have his tag team partner, former WWE and TNA superstar Zach Gowen, the only wrestler on this green earth that has 1 leg and still wrestles. And I don't know how it is for you when you try to hop around on 1 leg. I end up getting a nail through my foot, and trying to hop to the bathroom was pain. Imagine trying to do a 10-minute match while trying to do that. And then on top of that, if that wasn't big enough to have Zach Gowen on there, we have former WWE, ECW, TNA, WCW superstar, and that is Stevie Richards, who will be there in the main event.
Wow.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be jam-packed. I love it.
That's intense. So how much money are you guys expecting to raise from this?
Well, last year we raised about $1,800, so $1,800 to cerebral palsy. And obviously we're just hoping to get bigger and better as we do with a bigger and better show. One of the things that we noticed, too, is that with the Red Cross, as we've been getting donations, is that more people are responding to it because they are aware of the Red Cross more than they am cerebral palsy, which was one of the reasons we wanted to do that last year. It's an organization that doesn't get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
But now that we're focusing on our national philanthropy, a lot of people are familiar with it. For example, the campaign for Secretary of State, Julian Bradley, he'll be there, in attendance. Hopefully, he's showed his support for it, and it just goes to show of the attention it's getting, especially with his affiliation with Freedom Pro Wrestling, where their title will be on the line. So you got to represent your company, right?
Yeah, That's really cool. So how did you get involved with wrestling then, or how did you get involved with bringing wrestling to UWL's campus?
Well, that's a great question. It's a better question than how I got into wrestling, because that's just a random story, and we'll save that for another time.
Okay, sounds good.
But getting wrestling on the campus, it was very interesting because, again, for crushing cerebral palsy, we were going to do some kind of run, walk area, but one of the things with connections to the Onalaska JCs, they had warned us there's so many things going on there. It's so hard for established organizations to get some sort of run in, let alone some just brand spanking new run. So then I was sitting there in the chapter meeting, and I was thinking, I've always wanted to do a wrestling show with my fraternity. This is what I'm going to, and I just proposed it. Everybody seemed on board, and then we just started getting to go there. Nice. And then on top of that, it was actually quite a hassle as well, because back in 1994, for people that aren't familiar with this, I wasn't familiar with it until they warned me about it, but there was a Jello wrestling competition here on campus, and somebody got so injured they turned into a quadriplegic.
Oh my god.
So that was one of their concerns, is it something that students are going to get hurt on? But these are trained professionals. These are guys that have been in the ring for 6 months to a year, that know their craft. And then on top of that, they're so experienced, in the craft as well.
Yeah.
So that kind of helped as well for that.
So this isn't going to be like a couple of amateurs in the tub of Jello. It's going to be professional wrestling. That's cool. So will all the matches be one-on-one then, or is it going to be group fights?
No, there will be a couple one-on-one matches, okay. But on top of that, our semi-main event, for example, is a 6-man tag match, and that has Gregory Iron and Zach Allen teaming up with Toma's own Livewire, who's a big name over in Toma. He gets a lot of energy. They call himself the ultimate power source, if that helps. Gets any picture in your mind about his media following. And then they'll be tagging up against, they'll be teaming up, or teaming against, excuse me, I'm so excited. There'll be Chief Atakua, who is the UIWA heavyweight champion. Okay. He's a champion of different affiliates in the area, sort of a territory reign. So, he goes all over the area. He'll actually be wrestling in Puerto Rico this upcoming Saturday. Wow. You can believe that. And then on top of that, he'll be tagging with two known associates of him, Revelation, which is Sexy KC and Storm.
Okay, great. And just again, where can people purchase tickets for this event? When is it? You want to give us a gist of kind of where and when?
Well, sure. You can always get the tickets at the door. They're $5 for students with the valid ID, so make sure you have those valid IDs on you. If you don't have the IDs, it's still not expensive. It's $10. And on top of that, we have a special meet and greet an hour and a half before the show at 5:30. You can meet the big names like Stevie Richards, Zach Allen, some of your other favorite wrestlers in that area for just $5 to get in and hang out with them. And kids and under, 5 and under, are free in case you can't get that babysitter that maybe backed out on you and you're like, oh, I don't want to spend money on my kid. Well, you don't have to. It's free.
Great. No, that sounds like a great way to spend the night. And it goes to a good cause, too, the Red Cross. So.
It goes to a great cause.
Great. Well, thanks for sitting down and talking with me.
My
this
pleasure.
has been
Thank you for listening to me.
Profile. We're going to be back in just a moment after this break with a representative from the Lions Club.
Saturday, April 5th, Cooley Pro Wrestling and Delta Sigma Phi return to the UWL Cartwright Center for blood, sweat, and cash. Check out the main event as Freedom Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion CJ O'Doyle defends his title against former WWE, ECW, TNA superstar Stevie Richards. Plus, there's 6-man tag team action as Livewire teams up with Gregory Iron and former WWE, TNA superstar Zach Gowen to face the team of Chief Atakula and Revelation. Student tickets are $5 and general admission is $10. Doors open at 6:30, bell time at 7. Special meet and greet with the superstars is at 5:30 for just an extra $5. It's Cooley Pro Wrestling and Delta Sigma Phi presenting Blood, Sweat, and Cash.
Welcome back to Profile. We have Kate Vega here to talk to us about the UWL Lions Club. Now, Kate, the only thing I know about the Lions Club is that they sell mints in diners, and I think that's what a lot of people associate it with.
That's very true. The Lions Clubs are very well recognized by the little mints that they do sell in diners or often in front of grocery stores, and that is one of our main fundraisers. But the Lions Club are it's a lot more than just little mints and mint fundraisers. The Lions Club is one of the world's largest service organizations. There are Lions Clubs in different countries and regions around the world. In fact, there are Lions Clubs in 208 different countries. But our Lions Club here on UW La Crosse is a Lions Club that is open to all UWL students. It is actually open to different community members too, but right now our club is mostly UWL students, and we're our own little branch, a sister club actually off of the La Crosse Lions Club here in the La Crosse community.
All right, so how did you become involved with the Lions Club?
Well, I actually joined the Lions Club my freshman year. When I joined it, it was myself and 3 other members. Unfortunately, the president at that time then graduated in December, and the club kind of fell apart the next semester with the president graduating and only having a couple members. It kind of fell apart that semester, and when I looked into it my sophomore year, then there was no longer a president, no longer a club that was in existence. So what I did was I joined the club, and I decided, well, I'm going to take this kind of under my wing and make it my big project for the year. And so myself and my 3 roommates at the time joined the club, and they kind of elected me as president, and I've been president ever since for 2 years.
Wow, so it's a really big deal to you, right?
It is. It takes up a lot of my time. It's very important to me, though. I'm very dedicated to volunteering in the La Crosse community on campus, helping others out. So joining the Lions Club, a volunteer organization, was the perfect thing for me. I can help out students, I can help out people in my community, and become involved in different aspects anywhere that I would like to.
Wow, that sounds so great. Could you tell us a little bit about what the Lions Club does?
Well, our club specifically, what I do is I set students up with different volunteer opportunities. We like to volunteer. We kind of like to branch out and try different things. So we do different events. Maybe at Myrick Park, we help out the YMCA with events with children. We help out at the Hillview Care Center, volunteering with nursing homes. We'll help out. We sponsored the Wheels for All event this year. After Oktoberfest, we organize like a trash pickup on campus. So we really like to try to get our hands on a whole bunch of different volunteer opportunities, and I just like to show students that there are different volunteer opportunities. So maybe kids aren't for you, so maybe you want to volunteer at a nursing home, or maybe you like more stuff outdoors, doing like a trash cleanup. So there are like so many different ways you can get involved on campus, and that's just what I kind of want to show students.
And you were telling me earlier that there's a pretty interesting backstory to how the Lions Club got started.
The Lions Club was actually founded by Helen Keller. Helen Keller reached out to the Lions at the time. When the Lions Club were originally founded, it was actually only men who were allowed in the club. So at that time, she went to a conference and made a speech reaching out to the Lions Club, asking for Knights of the Blind and asking for men who would help her with her struggles with vision and being blind. So since then, the Lions Club main focus has been on vision and sight and helping the blind. So that's why you often see a lot of different white cane events. You see the mints, which go towards helping different eye clinics, as well as Lions Clubs often do eyeglass collections. I don't know if you've ever seen the collection containers around. So that's the main focus. And because of that, we're organizing an event on campus this semester, a free vision screening, to go off of our basis of sight and helping with the blind.
A free vision screening, so if you don't know if you can see very well or not, can you go in?
Yeah, it's essentially like when you're going to the eye doctor, but I know it can take a long time when you're waiting at the eye doctor, and take like an hour when you're there. And it's hard for a lot of students to get into the eye doctor if you don't live in your hometown and you're on campus and stuff. So what we're doing is offering a free quick vision screening in Cartwright Center. And you can stop in, and we have like, it's almost like a big camera, like a old Polaroid camera that we will hold up and aim it at you, and it will screen your eyes, and then we plug it into our printer right next to us, and it'll print a automatic report of your eyes. It'll tell you what your prescription is, if you need glasses, if you have astigmatism, if you need to immediately go to the eye doctor for any sort of health concern, and we're going to do it all for free in just minutes. So.
Well, that's great. Is that just for UWL students?
It's going to be in Cartwright Center on April 25th from 10 to 2, and it's going to be open to who's ever on campus, so students, faculty, community members. If you want to stop in and get a free vision screening, you can do so.
Oh, that sounds really nice. Is there anything that makes the Lions Club unique as a club?
One thing we do offer that is very unique about our club, because it is an international service organization, each summer we participate in a youth exchange program. And so what that is members of our club can apply for our exchange program, and they can first they fill out their application and decide which country they would like to visit, and then during the summer, during the month of July, they do an exchange to a different country and do a host stay with a host family from a different country. So for example, last summer I went to Spain and I stayed with a host family for 4 weeks, and then after that you go to an international summer camp, which is just an incredible experience. You spend anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks at an international camp with Lions from around the world, and it's all sponsored by the Lions Club, so it is actually a really great opportunity for students to travel for a much more inexpensive cost, because all you have to cover is your travel. So I had to pay for my flight to Spain and back, but essentially the whole rest of the month in Spain is sponsored by Lions Club members, and without being a Lions Club member, I would have never been able to spend an entire month in Spain. That was just out of my budget as a college student. So I think it's a really great opportunity for students to join a club like this and have such a great opportunity, especially during the summer. If you're not taking classes, why not travel across the world?
That is a really good opportunity. Are there any memorable moments or anything that you took away from your time abroad?
I would say it was just really interesting meeting everyone from all the different countries. I was the only one from outside of Europe, so I got to meet other Lions Club members from France and Italy and Denmark, and we spent 9 days together at an international camp, day and night, just discussing our lives and the differences, and it just really opened my eyes to the different cultures of the world, and without the Lions Club I would have never had that type of experience.
What do you think is the best part about volunteering?
I think volunteering is just really rewarding, and it also, for me personally, is very stress relieving. After a long week of homework and studying, it's nice to just go out and help others and kind of just take my mind off of everything. Don't think about my classes or my job or anything, and just help other people. And the best part is really, at the end of the day, seeing the smile on the other person's face. It's so rewarding helping other people out, whoever it is and whatever you've done.
All right, can you tell us a little bit about how students can get involved?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page, the UWL Lions Club. Check us out there, or else my orgs, or else you can email me directly, Katy Vega.
All right, that's all the time we have with you. Coming up, we'll be finishing up our show.
Meet Zeke. He's a 1-year-old kitten that loves to play, hunt, and adventure. Like treats, meet Oreo. This 1-year-old lab is full of fun and is very sweet. Take out your umbrellas, it's Storm. This 2-year-old kitty likes to keep busy and is puddles of fun. And here's Edith. She's a sweet and an affectionate 8-year-old lady that is searching for a new home.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Thanks and welcome back to Profile. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Katie. Thank you to Alex and Alex. I think that there are so many great opportunities at UWL to get involved with student groups, be it the ballroom team, the
Lions
Club, or
Alpha Sigma.
Alpha Sigma Phi. You can go to the wrestling club. You can see the wrestling show.
Yep. check us out on Facebook and get involved with any of these wonderful, great organizations here on campus at UWL. And thank you for watching Profile today.
See you next time.